If you unpack for long enough, you'll start repacking. You know, what was supposed to be a process has become an identity. Healing was supposed to be a process, a step on a journey. Wasn't supposed to be publicly experienced journey that romanticized this evolution. And to be totally honest, man, some of the most manipulative, um, you know, judgmental, hypocritical people that I've encountered have been people that claim to be, quote unquote, healing. I think healing creates a sense of entitlement. Healing allows people a lot of times to elect themselves as being on some type of moral high ground. A little bit of knowledge is a dangerous thing. Healing allows people with a little bit of information about mental health all of a sudden speak with authority as if they're some experts. I really haven't, in healing, very rarely do I meet anyone who claims to be healed that you actually can see like, okay, yeah, that guy's done some real work on himself, or she's done some. Usually, it's just a vanity talking term, man. I'm kind of like, man, I'd rather thrive broken, man. Why does everything that's broken need to be fixed? I mean, imagine Snoop Dogg, right? Imagine if Snoop Dogg was like, I grew up in California, and it was just, there was gangs around, and marijuana was just a part of lifestyle, and I just became an addict, and my whole life has been something I battled in. And every year Snoop Dogg, he went, right now I'm really trying to face this thing and really defeat this thing. And then he failed. And then he came back, he said, this time I know it's about lifestyle. I want to really just live a life that's healthy. And then he failed. And then he said, okay, well, now for my kids and everything, the father I want to be. And then he failed. And then he was constantly reinforcing to himself about how he was a failure. He doesn't want it bad enough. His desires, instead of just accepting the fact that I'm Snoop Dogg and I love smoking weed. Like, which one do you think is a healthier person? Which one do you think has a better life, a more meaningful life? Like, when did we start having to fix everything with us? And when did we become powerful enough to fix something? That's God's job, But we're coming up with a lot of new ideas that really don't make sense. I think, man, consider it pure joy when you face adversities and trials of all kinds. Know that your faith is being turned into perseverance, your perseverance strengthened into maturity, so that you are complete and not lacking anything. When did it become our job to fix everything, like ruminate through our life and fix everything wrong with it? Nah, man, hey. And then it never ends. It never ends. Like, and because you identify with the healing person, then, you got to give up something to be the healed person. And the mind doesn't like change. So you have an intrinsic motivation to stay in the healed process.